you've been through this before. What advice do you have to Scott?
Just be yourself.
As he's going forward.
Just be yourself.
But you can be yourself and still, I mean, you can, some of these things are tough. I mean, the last thing you're
I've had all these things. I mean, it's just...
The last thing you expect at a conference in Great Britain is a question about
evolution, right.
And you're probably not expecting a question about the president's fate. What advice do you have for him when he's asked for these things? I mean, he decided to duck the first time, and his response has generally been to try to avoid. But then when he does answer, he's run into some problems. How do you handle that sort of stuff?
I mean, everybody has their own way and style of doing it. Do whatever just be yourself, be comfortable. What I think Scott's trying to do is not buy into the notion that, we're just going to reward gotcha questions all of the time. And so I think he's just trying to stay disciplined and say, I'm not going to play this gotcha game because there's no end to the gotcha game. And I completely understand his rationale for doing it the way he's doing it.
But he's running for president, and as a fan of gotcha questions,
you are the gotcha guy. If they had Pulitzers in gotcha, you'd have like 8 of them.
I'm a huge fan of. I mean, I'd asked him about evolution before, but I mean, some of these questions are not unfair. I mean, he's being asked, what do you think? People who don't know him want to know what he thinks about some of these things. And it is true. There's a New York Times piece pointing out that he's made a move to the right and trying to appeal to Christian conservatives. I mean, he does have to answer some of these things. Trying to avoid answering all of them is not.
My advice would be answer it in your own way, on your own time, under your own under your own choosing, not some reporter's 30-second off-the-cuff question. So he's in London talking about trade, and some guy throws him a question about evolution. I would say don't take that bait and do it on your own terms in your own way. Go give a speech, where you lay out who you are and what you think.